Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, on behalf of the French Association Gamers Guild and me, myself, Special Andre, we are going to present you tonight this $200 show match between Nerchio from Acer Gaming and HasuObs from Team Mousesports in a epic best of 7 series. Now, if you're wondering why is it Nerchio against HasuObs and why is it not HasuObs against Demager, like 10 minutes ago, okay, 15 minutes ago, I get news that Demager is not going to show. Then HasuObs got Treelock to call Demager on the phone and ask him was actually up. Then Demager was not showing up. He told Treelock he was not able to show up. I don't know why, but I only had one thing in mind, which is gets a replacement, and now it's a replacement. We got none other than Nerchio himself, who I would consider one of the, if not the best Zerg we're currently having in Europe. He's currently, of course, on Acer Gaming, as well as his teammates Paranoid, Mondragon, etc., etc. Now, of course, HasuObs and Team Mousesports having quite some good teammates like Thorzane, Manar, Maro, etc. as well. So, it will be a best of 7. There are no special rules. The first maps for the show match actually are Metalopolis. The second one will be Taldarim Altar. The third map will be Antigua Shipyard from the GSL, and GSL Daybreak will be map number 4. And the remaining maps will be a loser's choice. I got some maps prepared. They are all in the map pool, which you can check out at the thread at Team Liquid. Once again, Demager was not able to show, and Nerchio is replacing him. By the way, I forgot really about the sound and music. One more thing, big thanks to Treelock for being able to help us out by calling Demager. Treelock was also offering himself to play in the show match. But because of the fact that not only Hasu was prepared for a Protoss vs Zerg, but also I am, and most of the viewers, I decided that Nerchio would have been the slightly better choice in that regard. But nonetheless, I'm going to planning doing more show matches, and this could also involve Treelock, for example. Now, we can see Hasu here as the yellow Protoss player at the 6 o'clock. At the 12 o'clock we have Nerchio as the red Zerg player, so it's cross positions here on Metalopolis. There are Nerchio's Zerglings out chasing this probe away. There is the hatchery coming up, and if there's one thing which is typical for HasuObs about his Protoss vs Zerg play, it is actually he is playing super cost effective. I never saw someone playing more cost effective with High Templars, with Colossi against the Zerg player. Now, I saw him winning games against very, very good players, not against any scrap Zergs, but any very, very good Zerg players, where he was able to basically win games where he was behind more than 70 supply already, where he was behind more than 2 or 3 bases and still was able to win it. Now, let's see where this is going. With the pool first opening here for Nerchio and just a standard opening for HasuObs. But one thing that is interesting is that HasuObs is actually going to get was getting a Stalker at first, not a Sentry, so he wants to save up some gas. He's already mining here out of those 2 assimilators. I'm really curious where this is going. Already putting down a pylon on the low ground, and is he actually trying to go for something crazy like a 1 base expand? And actually he's doing this. A 1 base expand in Protoss vs Zerg is quite a risky strategy to go for, because if you do this, your Zerg opponent scout this, and Nerchio will scout this pretty soon. I can tell you that for sure already. So if Nerchio is actually going to scout this, he knows, oh, 1 gate expand it is, let's just get out some units and try to go for it. Of course, if he fails with the attack and he's not able to force a cancel on the Nexus, HasuObs suddenly will be in a super brilliant position, so there's also always a very interesting decision making going on when you see a Protoss versus a Zerg player going for a 1 gate expand. And now Nerchio made his decision, and his decision is not to just go for it, attack, being all crazy, oh, I have to stop him right now, he actually decides to go for another expansion. And this is a very good decision, especially considering that I like to see macro games. And yeah, about the Showmatch, it is also offered in German. Kritos, I'm not 100% sure about the pronunciation of his ID, is also going to cast this in German. There will also be a French cast available, but the French cast will not be done live. The French cast will be done always Zerkling's going to go for a run by, being able to maybe able to take out one or two probes. One probe it is, a force field's not completely blocking over the path here for the Zerklings, so all the Zerklings get out in time. The French guys from the Gamers Guild Association who actually did the sponsor money, put up the sponsor money, and who am I doing this Showmatch in cooperation with, are doing the cast later on as a VOD, and they will upload the VODs to YouTube. So if you're interested in the French cast, make sure to check out the rec page from the Gamers Guild. There is a little bit information about the Gamers Guild also provided on the thread on Team Liquid, which still says Dimaga versus HasuObs Showmatch. I might be asking admin pretty soon to change to just that. Now, let's focus on what's going on in the game right now. We can see Nerchio is actually going for a lot of Zerglings, and he's currently having Zerglings only on the field. He is getting some more gas, he is getting a lair, so he's a man with a plan. Let's just see where this is going now. HasuObs is going to go for a complete wall off here. No Zerglinger will be able to go for a one by as long as this zealot is in place, but behind the zealot there are a lot of sentries, and when there are a lot of sentries there are also a lot of possible force fields. Now the follow-up play for HasuObs is actually going to be the Colossus play. No big surprise here on that end, but it is still a 2-base HasuObs against a 3-base Nerchio, because we can see more drones are getting transferred over. He's got 6 more in production, and he's currently in the lead by 6 drones, and 6 drone lead compared to 44 drones. 46 drones is actually not that much, but here are the Zerglings trying to move in, and very good force fields. Is there a sentry going down? And 2 sentries are actually going down. Nerchio doing an absolutely brilliant job at seizing the opportunity, trying to attack and take out the probes, and the probes do take a lot of damage. And do all the probes go down? And I think so, yes. This is a very, very, very good trade here for Nerchio, and Nerchio even managed to get in here with the Zerglings, puts the Zerglings on hold position, and there the first Colossus is out, but the first Colossus is out just 15 seconds too late, and this is absolutely huge in terms of units lost. We can see suddenly HasuObs is behind 650 resources, and this is quite a lot. That early in the game, especially considering that all those sentries would have been so many force fields, and the so many force fields are super important to help the Colossus stay alive. Now the follow-up play for Nerchio, who's got the Spire out, is actually 10 Mutalisks, so 10 Mutalisks will be out on the field pretty soon. At the same time, Nerchio is going for the gold expansion, got some Zerglings running around here on the right side, trying to find out if there's going to be an expansion coming up, and the probe of HasuObs tried to start with a wall off already, but the timing for Nerchio's Zerglings was absolutely superb here. At the 9 o'clock position we can see Nerchio is even going for another expansion, so double expand is currently coming up, and here are the mutas of Nerchio now moving in, and HasuObs, he's only got 2 Stalkers in this the mutas actually catch HasuObs by quite a surprise. Now 3 Stalkers are here, and all the mutas of Nerchio just attack the Stalkers right away. A cannon just finished here in the back. The cannon most likely will get taken out. Yes, gets taken out. It still does a little bit more damage, but will it be enough? And personally, I don't think so. Now the Colossus is taking more damage. Here is another cannon in the back. Now 2 cannons and the Stalkers help out, but the Colossus goes down, and Nerchio is just getting in a better and better position, getting more mutas, getting more Zerglings, drones, overloads, upgrades, hatcheries, everything. The blink research has been started for HasuObs, but everything started with the loss of all those sentries, when he was moving out without having enough backup to protect those sentries from those tons and tons of Zerglings. And now Nerchio is just playing it safe. He knew, okay, there were so many sentries out, not that many ghasts and not many stalkers, so he decided to go for the mutas. And this decision was absolutely right, because Zerg, a Protoss player, when he goes for any Colossus play or does have many sentries on the field, the probability of him having some Templars to just go for possible Archons or having Blinkstalkers on the field is not very high, so it's a very logical and good choice here by Nerchio to move in with the mutas. Now there are some Blinking Stalkers, but it looks like Nerchio just decides to go for it, takes out one Stalker after another. Yes, he loses some mutas, but in the end this, I think, will still be enough for him. We can see the army sizes are currently 82 versus 29, and the mutas just cleaning up everything else, and I think we might actually see the first GG. And indeed we do. Nerchio takes game number 1 over HasuObs, is up 1-0, and we are going into game number 2 in just 1 minute on Tal'Darim Altar.